if anyone's familiar with that neighborhood, it was just very horrific, very tough, very gruesome kind of place, you know, kill to be killed. And a lot of my friends at that time, right now, a lot of my friends are dead that I grew up with. They're not around anymore. Else they're in jail for the rest of their life. Else they're really strung out on dope somewhere in Brooklyn. I got arrested one day, and eventually they sent me upstate. I went to Tryon Detention for Boys, upstate New York. I met a gentleman by the name of Bobby Stewart. His name was Irish Bobby Stewart that he fought under. I would see guys on Saturdays or Fridays who would go and box with him. And once he started teaching me how to box, he realized I was getting close to getting parole to go back to Brooklyn. He said, I don't want you to go back to Brooklyn because you'll get in trouble and get killed to go to jail. I want you to go to this man, this guy could take you to the next level. And at that time, I was probably 1980, I met Cus D'amato.
Oh, you said hello to me. Come in. You really said hello to me. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, Ali. Wow. Well, I don't think he's a good fighter. You really think so? What makes you think so? Well, you must have some reason to think that.
I didn't trust him because I didn't trust anybody, Bobby Stewart at that particular time. But he said, just trust this man, trust this man. And it was like he was transferring me over to another person, and I didn't trust anybody but him.
I don't trust anybody in general. I don't like people to know me at all. And I just recently trust him because the same much I trust him, I guess he trusts me. And he trusts me a lot. So, and nobody really knows Mike Tyson. Nobody's really friendly with Mike Tyson. Why? Except Cus D'amato.
And I started believing in this old man. He broke me down and rebuilt me. I was just like a total different person.
Mostly it just changed my life because he helped me to deal with people. I know how to deal with people now. Before, I couldn't talk to people. I always want to be alone. And now I learned how to deal with anyone. I could talk to anyone, even about their problems. And it's like a father and son relationship. You know, even though he is my manager and trainer. The first day he met me, he took me in his house. He didn't even know me.
I can say honestly, I have a very deep affection for him, I do. To me, he's my boy, he's with me. But I often say to him, you know, I owe you a lot, and he doesn't know what I mean. I'm gonna tell him now. If he weren't here, I probably wouldn't be alive.
Your mind is not in your way. Something distracting you. That's a see. Ain't no way he's gonna hit you that, right? And remember, it's always good to throw the punch where you could hit him and he can't hit you. That's what the science of boxing is all about.
The fact that he is here and doing what he's doing, and doing as well as he's doing, and improving as he has, gives me the motivation and interest to stay alive. Because I believe that a person dies when they no longer wants to live. But I have a reason with Mike here, and he gives me the motivation. I will stay alive, and I will watch him become a success. Because I will not leave until that happens.
He spoke with me every night about discipline and character.
It is the mark of a great fighter when he has character plus skill. Because a fighter with character and skill will often rise and beat a better fighter because of this. Character is that quality upon which you can depend. It is the mark of a great fighter when he has character plus skill. Because a fighter with character and skill will often rise and beat a better fighter because of this. Character is that quality upon which you can depend under pressure and other conditions. Character makes the fighter predictable. Character helps him win.
And then one day he used to say, listen, you have the chance to change your life, your family's life. You could be something very special. Don't you want to be champion? You could be champion of the world. And I didn't pay no attention to it. He said, really? You could be champion of the world. You could devastate the world. No man could take what you did. You just gotta believe it. I looked at this guy, and then I started thinking. I said, you really? I said, this guy's really crazy. He said, you do what I tell you to do, and if it doesn't work, then you could leave. So I said, okay, bet. So I did everything he told me to do, and I won. I won every championship from the amateur championship. Oh, I won all the championships. I'm gonna cry. So I won every championship that he told me because he told me what to do. And We just made it, that was the destiny. No matter whatever happened. And he discussed times that he wasn't feeling well and he doesn't think he's going to be around. But he said no matter what, the job must go on.
You want a clock on the commentary?
This is the one that Larry Sloman wrote. I'm interviewing Larry tomorrow, so I will definitely pass along.
I did miss him a lot. If Cus was around, he would tell me things, and he would explain this is what I would do, and so I would tell him, yes, but just don't worry about it, Cus, everything's gonna be all right, and he knew not to worry about it.
Coward and a hero, they're the same. I mean, they feel the same. It's what they do that makes it different. In other words, the hero feels just as frightened as the coward. But it's what he does that makes him different. It's what he does that makes him a hero, and what the other fellow doesn't do that makes him a coward. It's just as simple. It isn't that they're any different. They aren't any different.
Oh, Cus, he was the kind of person, he loved the trade as well, but he was the kind of man, he thought more about principles than anything, and about the care of his fighter. Nothing meant more to him. The money, nothing meant more. I never met a person like that. The principle meant everything. And I feel I was blessed to even know him, you know what I mean?
Coward and a hero, there is no difference. It's what he does that makes him a hero.
I can't see him lose.
I grew up with Cus, you know what I mean? And we never had a value for money, you know what I mean? Cus' main objective, you know what I mean? He said, Cus said, money's a force of security, you know what I mean? Don't put a whole bunch of trust in it, you know what I mean? It helps you get out of a lot of problems, but you know what I mean? Don't rely on it. The main objective is to be your own man, to be independent. I had love from Cus and Camille, and I was just happy, you know what I mean? I never thought about making a lot of money, having money and everything. I was just happy. It's plain old fun, made me happy.
Most people remember the bad Mike Tyson, the period of 1989. But back then in 84, 85, 86, 87, Mike was huge and hugely popular because of the people around him. Cus D'amato, Caton, Jacobs, the friends Mike had in New York. The people around him had tremendous character, very high, solid character.
Team Tyson was the perfect team for boxing.
Heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
I feel I was blessed to even know him, you know what I mean? I became totally loyal to him.
can't see him lose.
And remember, character helps him win.
He was the happiest kid in the world. No car, no jewelry,